Hello
Welcome.
there, and welcome to Shade in the City. It is your girl Treese. Look,
It's
you can
Nels.
see it now. It's there for you, so you don't get confused. Not that you ever would.
I mean,
And
we introduce ourselves.
right. And thank you guys for joining us. We are breaking down Put a Ring on It, season 4, episode 1. So I am super, super, super excited. Happy that this show is back because good TV. We needed it back. We needed it back. So yes, Shade Squad, if you have not already coming into the room, please, please make sure that you have hit that like button.
And you hit that subscribe button. Cause we
Yep.
almost at 4, y'all. We almost at 400. Help us get there,
Yes,
please.
please, please uplift us. But yeah, so please, guys, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and we'll get into the intro and then we'll jump into the. All right, y'all. So yes, it has no sound. That's okay. Just know you've seen it. You know how it goes. Sing, make up your own song. Anyway, so
The promo song that I
right.
all the single ladies.
So this season and cast of characters is super, super interesting. Um, yeah. Are we gonna take? Do you have your piece of paper? Are we gonna make wagers on who's actually going to
Oh, we
end up putting a ring
can.
on it?
We can, girl. We
I
can.
think I think that we should because I don't see it for a few people here.
Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
And even their connections, I just felt like I was like, what are we doing? So yes. Oh, so first we meet our new couples, Dunbar and Chance,
Mm-hmm.
um, Joya and what is it, Jaysha? No, is it Joy or Joya?
It's Joya and it's Jaysha. You were right.
Okay, Joya and Jaysha and Ricky and Catherine. Now, collectively, everybody has been together for about 2 years. And so also get to meet our new coach, Dr. What's her name? Stacy J. Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
And I was a little worried at first coming into this new season. I'm not gonna lie. I did have I love me some Dr. Nicole, y'all. So I
She
was like,
do.
I do. I literally only got onto this show because I was like, I just love sitting and listening to her advice. I really didn't give a damn about the couples. But no, I think that I'm gonna like Stacy J. Johnson, or Dr. Stacy, as we gonna call her. And basically, we learned what got her into this industry in the first place, which I thought was dope, is that her mother was married 5 damn times. No disrespect to her mama, God rest her soul, but she was married 5 times. Her grandma was married 3 times, and her daddy was married a whole bunch of times. So everybody is just out here, as I tell Nels, Elizabeth Taylor in this. That's how they rock it.
If at first you don't succeed.
I guess try again. But unfortunately, when her mother passed away in her 50s, before she passed away, she basically let her know that she was just trying really hard to show her and her brother that basically love wins, love works, even if it takes 5 tries. So, and now she talks about, and wanting to see black love. I want to see us make it. And I was like, I'm here for you. Let's do it. And then yeah, she's like, there's nothing y'all ain't been through. And Jaysha and Joya feel like super confident. They're like, yeah, we feel like she can help us. So I was like, okay, let's see what Dr.
So
Stacy do.
I thought it was kind of cool. I mean, I guess are we getting to the couples now?
Yeah, we can get into the couples.
So Jaysha and Joya, yes, like Tree said, they was dating for 2 years. Joya says it's been the best years of her life.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She said they did plenty of things together, including traveling. But she's ready for
Oh,
marriage.
Jesus.
Don't do that. But she's ready for marriage. Look, somebody didn't want me to say all of this, okay? Maybe they the ones to break up. Who knows? Okay. And basically she feels like she getting older. She want to settle down. She want to have kids. And he like, no, boo, because I want to travel. I want
Yeah,
to
he
travel
wants
all
to
over
live
the
his
world.
best life. And
And it is hard to do that with kids. So, I can understand. She got super emotional. You can tell she's spoiled as hell. She's like, I'm not getting my way.
no, I loved it when she was like, that is a non-negotiable for me. And so if you can't do it, well, then maybe we're not gonna work. I said, well, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't pull that a number of times.
So, how do you feel about them?
um, I think that he cares about her. I genuinely do. I don't know. I don't know if he wants to marry her though. Like I think he cares about her, but I think he's just like, I'm cool where we're at. I'm cool with what we're doing. And she's the one that's like, and I'm sure she wants to get married because she wants to have more kids. Because we do learn later on in the episode
Mm-hmm.
that she actually already has what, an 11-year-old.
Yeah.
So I think, just my thoughts, that I think she wants what she wants. And obviously, like she said, certain things are non negotiable. So unless something changes in him and he doesn't seem like real, maybe the process will change him, but he doesn't seem real hard pressed. Like he just looked at her and and her little tears and was like,
It seemed like he used to it.
well, that part too.
He's like, okay, you didn't get your way. All right. Um, I think they'll stay together.
Okay, so your vote is he's gonna put a ring on it.
Hmm.
Okay. Good luck.
They put a ring on it. That don't mean they stay together. But
That's true. That's
so,
true.
what are you saying? Yes, or are you saying no?
No, I don't think they're gonna work.
No.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I
So
don't think
then
it happens.
Dunbar and Chance, they've been dating 1 year, I think. They met in
Yeah, like a
Dallas.
year and a half, I think he said.
Yeah, they met in Dallas. He's a former NFL player. That, I don't know why that makes a lot of sense to me. But apparently their first date was at the hospital. She said she was having some stomach problems. He literally picked her up and carried her into the ER. Okay, she showed the receipts.
Yes,
Okay,
no, I thought that was
he
very
got
sweet.
balloons. He got flowers. He listen. She said he's Superman to hell. Okay. Um. Now he says that basically he wants his woman to be more domesticated because she's a dominant woman, and he just want her to chill a little bit on that. And she says basically she do the things that he want her to do, but she do them in her own time.
Now, don't get me wrong. He seems like he's a very well put together man. So I'm not,
Hmm.
but I'm just you know how I'm a feet person. I don't even necessarily be on my feet. So dealing with someone else it's just really weird for me. Um and I the rubbing of the feet, I just no. I can't say that. I've given pedicures, but you got to really love
I've
somebody.
given pedicures before too, but I don't think I've ever actually like rubbed a man's feet
Right.
like with oil and lotion and getting all up in the toes and
Yeah, yeah. I'm not the
and then I mean, yeah, I mean, I've given a pedicure. Like I've clipped toenails and washed them. Like I knew that they was clean. But so for them, I see them being the ones that leave the show.
I actually think that they will. I think that for whatever reason, and I'm not gonna lie, maybe because I tend to like older. I do like that, like, yeah, I know, like he kind of leads her. I do like that. I do. But it comes with a certain arrogance that I don't appreciate, if that makes sense. And like how he flows and walks around in it. I don't know. That's the only thing for me. But I do think that they'll work because I think she's willing to like be flexible and fold, honestly. And
I
like the
think that
doctor
they'll
said,
work. I think that they'll work also. But we do learn somebody one couple is gonna leave the show, and I think it's gonna be them.
"Oh, somebody's gonna leave." I thought it was just
I don't know. They
I
showed
thought she
empty.
was just bringing new, like
I don't
bringing.
know. They showed. Well, you could be wrong. I mean, you could be right.
Right. I thought I thought she was just throwing a curveball like nephew Tommy and was just like, "Oh, we're bringing somebody
You
else."
could be right. I just saw the empty chairs, and then she said she was bringing new people in, so I just assumed somebody left. And then I know she pissed them off. So You could
Well,
be right. You could be right.
mm.
So, okay, so is it yes for both of us?
Oh no, no. Oh yes, yes. Dunbar and now, don't get me wrong, that don't mean they need to be together. That's not what I'm
Uh,
saying. What I'm saying is I think that they are going to leave here together. That don't mean that they on paper and psychologically need to be together.
mm-hmm.
Now, Catherine and Ricky, they met at a tailgate event in 2012. So apparently they've been, doing this for a long time.
All through his marriage, apparently.
Well, but Catherine's grandmother apparently fell ill, so she had to relocate back to, was it Dallas? Is how I understood it.
Um, I don't know if it was Dallas. I just know she had to go back. I just said go back home to take care of her grandmother.
Okay. So yeah, so she goes to Dallas. And basically he had no interest in doing any long distance relationship. But then somehow, some way they stayed in touch, apparently, even through, I guess, because he was married before. But I guess that didn't work out. And he said, I want you to, baby, come back, and he hit that. So basically, she came back and moved in with him. And now, she wants to get married. And he obviously has issues because he had an unsuccessful marriage before. And he just feels like when you put all that time and effort into one, you don't just double back and do it again. I, I ain't taking no shots, but it ain't like Dr. Stacy. They ain't just gonna do it again. You know what I'm saying? He ain't for it.
Mm,
However, I do understand what Catherine's saying about how basically you're letting your past hinder your future.
exactly. It ain't got nothing to do with me, homie. And you knew me
Right.
before she even got here.
Okay.
Look. I'm the reason. There's a reason why I always was around. You was always reaching out.
Right. And Dr. Stacy lets all of them know that basically their expectations for the relationship all are different. And so something has to change.
What you think
And
about them? To me, it's a no.
uh no.
So you think two of them is no?
Yes. And I'm not, and I'll tell you why with Catherine, because ain't nothing like a good funny man. Boy, ain't nothing
He
like
was. He was pretty charming. He was pretty charming. He let it. Well, we ain't even gonna get into that because we
yeah,
ain't
but
doing that yet. Let's
so anyway,
not.
obviously we know, surprise, part of the process is that we about to go out here and start dating other people and you know run back to the streets and see what's out there. But I think if Dr. Stacy's choosing, this might, it
I
might be a
thought it
little bit
was
different than
crazy that
actually
she did
running
it
back to the
the
streets.
first day.
Oh yes, she said right now
Right now, like go home, change, do your makeup, get cute,
on
going
site.
on a date. Catherine was like, "Hold up, like I'm not ready for this." I think even she said she forgot.
Right.
She forgot it was part of the process.
Well, how could you? But
So let me tell you something about your man Dunbar. Okay, he was listen. He
he
wants
played no games.
he wants his first of all he wants a submissive wife for one. Before she even went out the date on a date, he said,
Oh,
"You my
she had
baby."
to make his that. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like that.
She was like, "Okay, let's not listen." Initially, I didn't like that, right?
Okay.
But
And I'm not gonna lie, it gives me that she just walks around the house. Okay, daddy, what can I do for you? Like he looks like he would like that.
so okay, at first it kind of I was like, make you dinner before I go out. The hell, but as the scene went on, he clearly waits on her hand and foot as well.
Oh, I
So
will say that when he did put her shoes on for her, I said,
so
"Oh,
I said, you know what? Maybe it's just a mutual respect. Maybe she didn't feel like she had to or something. Maybe she feels like that's what she wanted to do. That's her man. He treats her like a princess, treats her like a queen, and this is what I want to do. That's what I want to do for my man. Before I head out, I want to make sure my man is taken care of before I go out
right."
with another man. You know what I'm saying? But
I mean, that was sweet of her. I was just like,
mhm.
okay.
um
But
now
I felt like he expected it. I think that was the problem for me. It'd be different if it was like, oh baby, I just want to do this because I am about to go out with a whole nother man. But I could see me doing that just to be sweet because I'm about to go out with a whole nother man.
mhm.
But I can't see my man while I'm about to go out with a whole nother man worried about me making him dinner.
I don't. Yeah, maybe it was the fact that he asked that kind of
Right,
like
right.
threw us.
It was the
Like
fact that he
like you made
asked
my
for it.
dinner. But listen, we've seen some Neanderthals on this show before,
Oh,
so
that's very true.
to
That's
me,
very true.
he does not meet that criteria yet.
I agree.
Um, Now he wanted to set some boundaries, and she was like, "Baby, no, you already know me. I'll be back.
You can
You can
trust
trust
me.
me. All right, like we ain't doing none of that." Now, how did you feel about Phil, the little 32-year-old New Yorker?
Well, first of all, I didn't catch his name, so that's how much I cared or thought about Phil.
I thought he was
Um,
kind of cute.
it what it is for me is I feel like she does have a very dominant personality
Mm-hmm.
and she would eat him alive.
Mm-hmm.
Like the one thing I could say, and maybe that's why they're having issues, is because Dunbar is just as alpha as she is in a way,
Mm-hmm.
if that makes sense. And I don't know with him, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really care for this date. I thought I don't think they were equally yoked.
They
If
weren't.
that okay, because she was when she was talking about just like her family or whatever, and I know she thought that was sweet, but when he was like, she was like, "Well, what do you do?" And he's like, "I'm still finding myself."
Yeah, when he said that, I said, "Sir, that is not what you say on
That
a
is not what you say.
that's not on a first date."
Right. You don't let me know to hide in the bathroom or leave out the bathroom window
You
on
still
the first
finding
date.
yourself. I need somebody who I don't got to put an APB out on.
Right, right.
You there already.
And
But
then I guess I don't know the whole like I don't know. He came off corny to me. He it
I
just
think he came off corny, and I feel like it's not his fault. I feel like it had a lot to do with
well who
like
she is.
that, and I feel like because of what Dr. Stacy said, because of what happened in the house.
I hear you. I hear you. But
But so how did you feel about how
now
everything
I
was?
will say, you know who it did remind me of? It was giving old girl from last season,
Who?
Shay. It was old boy was giving Shay from last when she was trying when that man was trying to I mean when she was trying to get out the house, the way he was behaving, I was like, "Oh, we've seen this before. We've seen this."
No, not quite. First of all, the boy walked in the house, and I hate to say the boy, but that's really the way Dunbar treated him. But
Oh
the
yeah,
boy,
he was like, "Take your shoes
no,
on."
no,
Then
no,
he was
no.
talking about his pants being too tight
No,
and his
no.
skinny jeans
What
and
what he said was, "You don't come into a man's house with trash." He
that
said,
is
"What
what he
trash?"
said.
He said, "What trash?" He said, and pointed at his shoes. He said, "These is Louis shoes." And I don't know if you noticed, but later on, when they were sitting down, he had them shoes on his feet.
Mm,
Now I don't know if it was the fact like don't bring, leave your shoes at the door or what,
right.
but I mean the way he said it was really like he was wearing trash shoes. So he wanted this whole boy's family history, his background. Surprised he didn't ask for his social.
Right.
But basically I mean, I thought it was cool. He was like, this is my future wife. You know what I'm saying? Be respectful. You know what I'm saying? And
I did like that. I'm not gonna lie to you. He was like, "Look, handle." Like I said, I like that type of like protection, manliness. I got you. I wish it would. I like that. That I'm attracted to that.
but then he was like, he told the boy he don't eat no pork and bring me back some.
Oh
First of
yeah.
all,
And then
first
and
of
then
all,
I love it when he tried him and said, "Do you need some money?" I said,
first of all, like we discussed earlier, your wife just made you dinner. First of all, second of all, why the hell are you asking this boy to bring you back something from my date? I hope she act up like that when it's his turn. I hope she
she
do.
will. She gives me,
I
she's
know she
too.
won't. I know she won't. I know she won't. But it would be nice just so he
And
could
the
see
one
what it
thing
looked
I
like.
can say, and that's why I like this. I mean, I don't think she had to say it before she left, but she comes off to me like she's very secure in herself and who she is, and
Mhm.
that's why I said this whole date. I don't see this is going to be their last date, in my opinion. I don't
Well,
see them coming back because
let
there
me tell you
was
something. This boy really did have some huge shoes to fill. Her man getting down on his hands and knees to put her shoes on.
absolutely
He prayed over them. which I was like, oh, Treese would love that. But then when he said something about
Pray that I don't have to use my hands to basically whoop your ass.
right. The poor boy, he was scared. He said, oh my God. He was like, I'm nervous. I ain't never been threatened in a prayer before.
Right.
Dunbar even walked her to the car, basically.
And then open his car door. Yeah.
No. What's his
Or
face?
did
Phil,
he open the car
no,
door?
Phil did open the car door, but he made
Okay.
sure he got his license plate stuff.
Smart. If you check it before you get in the Uber, you damn sure better check it before you go.
Mm-mm.
We see people all the time that get from being on TV shows. Yeah, you're good. You're frozen. Oh, there you go. So Joya is ready for her date, and they're basically, asking, or she asked Jaysha, is there anything like any boundaries that he wants to set prior to, them about to get into this process? And he's like, no, I'm good. I
He
don't
said,
need.
let it happen naturally, like it did with
Let
us.
it happen organically. And I said, it always be the ones that say that, but then when you come home and tell them something, they feel a
They
certain
want
type.
to curl up into a corner.
Whew, Jesus. So we met Kyle. Not a fan. Being honest. I don't see it for them
I'm
either.
just being honest.
I'm just being honest. Kyle, 48, from Asbury Park, New Jersey. Apparently, we have a lot of Jersey heads. But he went to HU and he's looking for love.
Now
I
he
said,
he
sir,
came in
you might be on the wrong show.
ready for love.
You might be you were miscast.
He
So
came insecure. He was giving hugs. He ain't even really give two damns about Jaysha.
no, it was, I will say, it was, that energy was weird. Like when they were both standing in the room, I was just like, yeah, it's because it was awkward. They weren't really saying nothing, but it was just like,
But I
yeah,
feel like that's kind of what we're used to. We're used to the people, the outsider coming in
right,
for the date. They're like, okay, clearly you messed up or you doing something wrong. So I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna snatch your man, I'm gonna snatch your girl, whatever.
right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the energy we're used to. So when I saw, because even when you even said Shay, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the girl was still giving that energy. Okay. Like, but when this last scene with Phil, his confidence got left at the door. Okay, Dunbar shut that down
Right.
immediately. He,
But
I think he even said like women.
again, I don't think he had much confidence when he came in the door.
He said something in confessional like,
Anytime
"Oh,
when you go on
women."
a first date and you tell people you still figuring your life out, the confidence is not the. It was left at home. It wasn't at the door. It was at home. He
Like,
left
so
it.
you,
He
like,
didn't even put it on when he came.
like, so you don't even know who you are. You don't even know if you're confident.
Right.
You don't even know if you're confident or
I'm
not.
so mad.
You are
Look. I don't
playing
know why. It just
pretend.
reminds me of some Married at First Sight shit. Like, why are you here? It doesn't make sense. Terrible. Anyway,
He was playing pretend, Trees.
yes. So he thanks Jaysha for the opportunity to take his lady out. And Joya's just like, I want to get the hell out of this house and get out of Dodge. And then Jaysha does start to admit that this is a little bit harder than he thought. But it still didn't give me that he really like. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying
It
you have
wasn't like the dude throwing up in the bathroom,
right.
about to
It
have a
wasn't
whole
like
heart
that.
attack.
It wasn't, it was, oh, don't get me started. Do I got to go back to it? Do I got to go back to the infamous scene of why I still cannot stand this man to this day? I'm sorry, Charlena, but that fact that he made that salmon and sat there and ate it in front of you like that because you had a good time on a date, I'm sorry. Otis takes the cake, okay?
For Neanderthal.
For worst and most up reaction. He takes the cake, and I am still bothered to this day because you know how I feel about salmon. I am upset with him that he sat ate in front of that girl like, hi, hi.
You ain't getting none of it. You ain't
Right.
getting
And I don't know.
nada.
To me, Jaysha's just like, and you know what? Honestly, because it gives me, he just gonna wait for his turn.
Like Otis.
Right.
But But we see Otis and Shalana stay together, didn't they? That toxicity.
Some people love it. Some people
some
love it.
people, some people love it. Some people love it. Catherine. Now, I like Catherine. I like her a lot. She was super nervous about her date. It was Mark. He's 33. He's from Atlanta. He's an IT recruiter. Let me tell you something. I liked Mark. He came with flowers. You stand apart from everybody else already, sir.
All right.
Period. You came with flowers. Look, Ricky
Then
invited this.
ask him, when's the last time you done got some flowers?
First of all, Ricky invited this boy in, telling him, "Yeah, take her out, because it's been a while." Look, Mark said, "Oh, it's been a while. It's been a while." He, no. I mean, no, not that long. He asked the girl, "When's the last time you been out?" She said, "Valentine's Day." He said, "Oh, last year." Like, boo. She admitted that it was
He
this
was like,
year.
nah, this year, don't do that.
He like, yeah, it don't count. It don't count. Like, basically, I'm about to take you on the best date of your life. Now she likes him because she was super nervous. Remember, even in the beginning, she was super nervous to go out with him. Now that he showed up, she see who he is, sees he's playful, he's a jokester. She ready to go on this date.
I was ready for it too.
I don't know, I like him.
I liked him too. This is the one date I'm not. And what did he say? He said, "I know I'm gonna get a second date." And I believe that because he was, like you said, charming. He came like
he wasn't playing pretend with his
if anybody came in like it's Mr. Steal Your Girl, it was Mark. It was Mark. He came in ready.
And he didn't even need to say it.
Right.
He didn't even need to say it.
So where are we at now? So then they go in there that no Chance. Who the hell is
I have Phil and Chance, they went on a date. That's what she was basically talking about when she opens up. And, she felt like he's actually listening to her. She said she was raised by her dad. Her mom passed when she was like 8. And, she basically had to learn on her own how to be like a woman.
Right.
With that woman energy.
Which is probably why she's so like,
dominant.
Right.
Her daddy, period. But she feels like it's super important to have like, and
I hate to say it, but it also reminds me of it reminds me a little bit of Joy. Because she was also raised by her dad. That kind of demeanor, like
I don't feel like she's dominant.
I feel like she's super dominant. I mean, you don't see that with Clifton because he softens her up. But outside of that, I feel like she's pretty dominant.
I don't see that with anybody.
You don't think so?
Anytime she want to say, or she's supposed to say something, she waits till the she waits till the confessional.
You're that's okay. Let's not get wrong show, y'all. We
I mean, look, this girl. Listen, what's this girl, Chance? Bill tried to question her. She's like, "Hold up, sir. You question me or am I question you? We about to we trading places." Right. Okay, she said we switching this up. All right. Like, I don't know. She say what she means. She mean what she say. I can't say the same thing for Joy. Joy hold her tongue until she gets.
I'll give you that.
Does not giving. That's giving. I won't say it on here.
Okay.
But basically, she lets him know she thinks it's super important for a girl to have like a great man in her life. She's super thankful for her dad's presence. And he's like, you got a great man over here. Sorry, you're not even a man yet. You're 32 and don't know what the hell.
You're still exploring life.
And you know what? Those be the cheaters. The ones that don't know themselves.
I was just about to say that the ones that ain't found themselves. Yeah.
You still trying to figure out what feel good to you. Okay. You better move it along, sir.
Right. Again, why is he on this show? He don't look. I'm not saying
because he's 32. He's 32. He's a photographer. He don't know what he's doing with his life, and he want to be seen. That's why.
Maybe I feel like a lot of these people might have been like rejects from Ready to Love that didn't make the cut.
He ain't ready to love. He just want to be seen. He just want to.
Well, why would you bring him on a show about put a ring on him?
he talk a good game. Apparently, he talk.
I'd be so mad if I
I
eat
did
my whole.
mention I did mention he from New York, right?
That's true.
He talk a good game, just like Mr. Jersey head over there.
Yeah.
He talk a
Little do
good
you
game.
know, you'll be waiting 10 years or plus for one of them up north men to put a writ. Just saying.
So what I thought was super um important, um basically he tried to go with her dude. He tried to go with Dunbar, basically, and questioning his consistency. Like, oh, does he always do that? Put your shoes on. She said,
What she not gonna do?
my man is very consistent. So, sir, you have some huge shoes to fill. Okay, this is what he do. That's why she cooked her man dinner. I'm telling you, that's
No,
that's
he definitely caters to her as well.
because listen, no, don't no dude really do that like every day. And really, when you have, I would assume that when you have a dude that does that, he's treating you the way you want to be treated. So you treating him the same way. You gonna cater to him too, and not think twice about it. Not care what we say. Don't care what these cameras do. Listen, I get this treatment all day, every day. So damn these cameras. Yes, I'm gonna make my man some dinner before I go out, and probably
Okay.
give him when I get back.
I'm sure. I'll say that off camera. We're live. So where are we now in this episode?
Catherine and Mark.
Catherine and Mark. Well, they enjoyed their date. He makes her laugh, which I loved. He made me laugh. We also learned that he's been previously married as well, which I think was kind of. I thought this was so important. Because I don't know why
So she can compare. She can
right.
compare and
So she can
contrast.
compare. I thought that that was so important that they set her up with him because I think
Mhm.
she needed to see
Ooh.
just
Mhm.
because your dude might be making excuses. There's somebody else who went through something very similar and he's getting help for it. We find out he's in therapy, he's an advocate for it, and she just loves the fact that the man is open for therapy. One, but that he's really like, yeah, I want to be able to deal with my emotions, know how to
And
express myself.
we don't know how long her dude has been divorced. I don't think they mentioned that.
I don't
But
think they did.
but Mark has been divorced for a year,
Hmm.
and he's already on a show trying to put a ring on somebody else. So it's giving healed. It's giving ready to move forward.
It's giving
It's giving F the past.
mm, no, it's giving emotional regulation is sexy.
Mm,
That's sexy.
well,
Knowing how to
well.
control your emotions when it like, yes, that's sexy.
Mm, 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 mm.
And then
So,
oh, go ahead.
well, Kyle and Joya, they went on a date. This man is already calling her his future wife. And she like, hold up, sir, this is, I want to get married, but I just met you 2 seconds ago. Like,
That would have weirded me out as well.
yeah,
I know it was supposed to be cute, but that would have weirded me
it
out.
was a little lot. And basically, she asked him what type of date would be a fun date for him. And he said, I would do like, take you to Piedmont Park, cook you a little something,
Here's another
make it
one. All
into
you need
a
is somebody to
pic
say the right thing.
Nick. Oh my God. And then she let us know what? She been asking her dude to take her on a picnic for the longest. I said, "Ooh, put a ring on it, not playing." Okay,
No, I
Dr.
look. That's why I said I'm here for Dr. Stacy.
I
So
said,
she is.
"Okay, Dr. Stacy, this is what we doing."
Mm-hmm.
So I did notice when he asked her a question, she didn't really answer it. He asked her where she sees herself in 5 years. He was like, "Besides without me," but
Right.
she was like, what she did was she told him what she's looking for in a man. Lady, I don't know. It just made me feel some type of way because you asked him the question. He gave you an answer to your question. You like the answer. But when he asked you a question, you didn't answer the question.
Right.
So basically, we find out that he has one child. If I don't know if I understood this correctly, one biological child, four
Yes.
four kids that he also takes care of that were brothers and sisters of his biological child, right?
Right. While because he was taking care of them while he was with their mom.
My thing was, I think she said from a previous relationship, and he said no.
Oh,
He was
I didn't
like,
catch that.
yeah, no, it's the brother and sisters of my child. Oh, so you just picked them up on the highway? I don't understand. What? How did how
Well,
did
damn.
how did this work?
Not
Apparently,
picking up on the
the other
highway.
kid's father passed away, so he took over. I guess he's still taking over. And like Tree said, we find out that she has an 11-year-old son, but she want another one. We know she want another one because she putting some pressure on her dude. All
Okay.
right. But to me, I felt like she should.
I don't even know. Does she? It's almost like she should be on put a baby in it and not put a ring on it.
Well, they ain't got the show for that yet.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Patting that. Okay. Patting it. But to me, it seemed like she was really feeling him. Or that's the vibe I got, unless she's a great pretender as well. I don't know, but she seemed like to me like she was feeling him, especially with that whole picnic thing. She was like,
Oh yeah, that definitely piqued her interest, and
like
she was
maybe
lost in the sauce after that.
maybe if they do a second date, maybe it'll be a picnic.
But I felt like anything after that was like low key, just like small talk.
Yeah. Then Chance and Phil, they got back to the house. This boy actually brought him back some food.
Oh, did he?
Uh-huh. He actually brought him back some food. I think he brought him back some fries or something. But he brought him back some
That
food.
is very nice of him. That's how
Mhm.
you know you don't need to be on this show,
I
boy.
want to know what part of New York that boy from.
And not even that. Do you understand? At least to me, as a woman, do you understand how unattractive that would have been?
That he brought him
For
back some
you,
food.
that you're taking me on a date for my man, and you bring my man back food.
He wanted to be respectful.
No, that's not. You would have lost all points with me. That just take it.
We already said he don't know himself, okay?
He
We
don't.
we agree with Phil. He don't know himself.
And that's why he treated him like a young boy. Because that sound, no grown man is going to bring another grown man back food after he done just took you out.
How old? We don't know how old Chance is, do we?
That's a
That was
good point. I
32.
don't think we know. I
He
thought
was 32.
I'm sure she's in her 30s. Usually everybody on the show is within like their 30s.
Well, apparently Dunbar is older than her, but I know this kid was only 32. This is so bad. You see, look, the age we are, I'm calling this boy a kid. Jesus
That's terrible.
Christ, right? Yeah, Dunbar did not let this boy back in the house. He basically took the food and said, "Thanks, scurry on off my
Deuces.
doorstep, scurry on off." So, oh, you so rude. You so rude. He was respectful. He opened the door. He didn't even kiss her goodnight.
He was like, nah, I'm good.
Not that she even wanted it.
Yeah, no, Chance wasn't feeling him. I don't think he'll be getting another date. And I honestly think no shade to the show, but that particular date was a waste of her time.
Mm, well, mm, mm, mm.
Just saying. And then as we know, as I said, Joya runs home to tell Jaysha that she wiped a crumb from Kyle's face.
Now,
And
what was that for? She
what
wanted to
happened?
I said, now what was that for? She wanted to get that man jealous.
Oh, absolutely. I told Nels that's absolutely something I would do. That would be the first
It's
thing I
definitely
came
something
to
people
his
do.
head.
Absolutely.
I'd be the one to be like, so he smacked me on my booty, right? I didn't let him smack me on my booty. He just his hand fell into my booty, and what was I supposed to do? But I'm gonna let you know that it happened.
And
So
the fact that she was like, well, what's the problem? Girl, if there was no problem, you would have never brought it up.
right, right,
You didn't bring up your conversation because there was no problem with that.
right,
Clearly, you knew it was an issue.
right. So Jaysha basically feels like she may have been too nurturing on her date and was like, how would you feel if basically somebody was giving me that energy? And she was like, oh no, that's inappropriate.
No, what happened was, remember, she was like, oh, he kissed me on the hand. And he was like, oh, he was being a gentleman. But I'm a gentleman too. And I might kiss somebody on a hand, and she's like, no, 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 sir. What we not gonna do?
Look, if I was her, I'd be like, if it just want hands and lips, I bet y'all bet nothing better than be current, okay? If people want to keep the hands and the lips, I suggest you keep them to yourself.
Mm, well,
But Joya not about that life. She just be threatening. She just be threatening. She do. She just be threatening.
so they went back to go see Dr. Stacy. First quarter, Chance snitched out her dude. She snitched him all the way out. Basically, told that he threatened a boy in prayer. Um, and he told, okay, so this is, I think this one took everybody by shock. He basically said that at the end of the day, I have the right to choose who I let her leave the house with.
Mm.
Dr. Stacy said basically it's giving father.
Controlling.
You're not her. She's not your daughter. You know what I mean? And she said
Okay,
that
so I did get that vibe from him too. He treats her more like something he owns versus like his partner.
Mm, well,
I don't know. That's weird.
I mean, she says that she loves a man who protects a woman, but like this is controlling. And
It
Chance is,
is.
Chance don't feel like she's being controlled at all. But I don't know if I mean Dr. Stacy helped
Always be
us
the
see the
ones
light,
that can't see.
right? Dr. Stacy helped us see the light, but I don't know if Chance saw the light. She's basically saying like, no, he controlled the way you felt about this dude because y'all were you watched two men have a conversation, and he, like Catherine said, basically sunned him.
Yeah, he dumbed him down. Absolutely. That
And
absolutely.
I mean, and you're going to see him the same way. And but and
You
basically
know
he.
what's so funny? But maybe that's why I saw him that way. I
Mhm.
mean, besides the fact he opened up his mouth to say he was still
Yeah, that,
finding
that that
himself,
that didn't help. That didn't help.
but
That
just
didn't help.
that the way that he let, and I'm not saying he had to fight Dunbar,
Mhm.
but it just the way he let him speak to him and talk to him, it was just like, yeah, I wouldn't be attracted to that.
Yeah. But she also let her know that it was disrespectful and it was controlling because he literally changed the trajectory of their date. What's that boy name? Jaysha.
Yes,
He basically told him he could be a warrior quietly. Like it was disrespectful. Chance was like, "Oh, I see my man." Basically, like I think she kind of liked that shit. She was like, "Oh, I see
I
my man.
told you some people like that.
I see my man as a king." Oh, let me tell you something. Stacy shut that down and said, "Kings don't disrespect other men."
Mm,
I said, "Oh, okay, all right, Stacy. This is Dr. Stacy. What you come? This is what you coming with. This is how you giving it up."
right.
Yes, we'll be tuning in for sure. Cause listen, I like Dr. Nicole.
But no, oh, Dr. Stacy is going because
Dr.
I will say,
Stacy.
and I think maybe that's why she may have bowed out gracefully because people were, I keep my ear to the streets, and a lot of people were saying that they felt like sometimes Dr. Nicole didn't hold people accountable like she should. So I
Mhm,
think it's awesome that they did kind of switch it up and bring in
mhm,
new energy and somebody to be like, I don't give a damn what y'all like. This is what we doing.
mhm.
You're
And
not gonna like it.
at the end of the day, Dr. Stacy let them both know that his behavior that he's showing right now doesn't support a healthy relationship. So F what y'all talking about, F how you feel. We're gonna keep it 100 in here, and we're gonna do what needs to be done to get to healthy, even if it hurts some feelings. So
Well. So thank y'all. Well, I don't know what y'all think, or drop down in the comments for
you
all the
can let us know y'all bets too.
right. Jump down in the comments and let us know which of these couples do you think are actually going to make it to the altar. Who do you think? Do you believe Nels' theory that someone is leaving early? And if so, who do you think it is?
Mm. I
Let
think
us
if if someone's leaving early, because you might be right. Maybe nobody's leaving early. Because it's never been only 3 couples, right?
No, it's always been three.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
But I always feel like more.
No, we don't have enough time in the 40 minutes that they give us to get through, because you
Mm,
got to spend 10 minutes letting her read them down. You know what I'm saying? And then going through the dates, and so that takes up a easy 40.
mm. Okay, well, yeah. If somebody is leaving,
Right.
I believe it's Chance and Dunbar.
Mm. We'll see. Drop down in the comments, Shade Squad. Let us know what you think. If you have not already, please, please, please make sure that you hit that like button,
You comment
you subscribe,
and you hit the notification bell.
and catch us next week for another live review of Put a Ring on It. And yeah, y'all, let us know what y'all think. Let us know your wager. We appreciate you and appreciate the love. Let's keep growing, and we will catch y'all next week.
Good
Have a good day.
night.
Oh, of course, my mouse would get stuck.
Jesus, technical difficulties.